Hello, world changer. Good Wednesday. I had to think about it. Like, what day are we in? We're in Winning Wednesday. I like Winning Wednesday. You're probably like, but Jasmine, you say you like Monday. Let me just tell you, I love any day that ends with day because it's another day to be on a mission. And as you all know, that's truly what I'm on is a mission to help free voices, a mission to help people live their best life so they can live what my favorite song by Jilly from Philly says, living my life like it's golden, living my life like it's golden. And I don't know about you, but I want to live my life like it's golden, and I want you to also live your life like it's golden just as well. So now after I even get off this broadcast, I already have a feeling I'm going to be jamming to Jilly from Philly, living my life like it's golden. So welcome to my broadcast. I'm so excited to have you on. I am sharing this out to my community on Facebook. We are faith-driven female coaches and consultants. And if you are a faith-driven coach, consultant, you're an aspiring speaker, you are a life changer, a mover and shaker, that's a wonderful community for you because I want to help you to be able to make greater impact. So if you're looking to make greater impact as well as build for financial wealth and really prosper with all things, that is the community. And then I have some amazing resources in there just as well for you to understand how to be able to build your standout brand too, because I feel that so many individuals are ready to get out there and build their own. Are you? I don't know. Are you ready to build your own? Maybe you're ready to build and build even greater. Maybe you're at that level now where you're like, I'm ready for next level. I'm not even ready I'm ready to start. I'm ready to move, because that's definitely a wonderful sign. So for those of you who are joining in and you maybe never tuned in before, welcome. I am Jasmine Romaine, the transformation strategist, and I help life changers be able to communicate their standout brand. Also, they can be able to be seen, they can be able to be heard, and let me tell you what else. They can be able to make greater impact and really, really build for profits in their business. There's something that's really important for so many individuals as they are not only making these life-changing moves, they're making world-changing moves. I don't know about you, but I truly believe that if you're able to change even one life, that next life could be changed, and then so many others could be changed as a rippling effect because you were able to speak life with that someone, right? And so that's what I want to talk to you all about today. I want to have a conversation. Can we have a conversation? So if you're in the chat or if you are here, say hey, say hello. I know sometimes Facebook has their glitches, but I have both my computer up just as well. But I want to talk to you because I really, really feel that so many individuals in this current time are either feeling this one thing that we're all feeling. I think it's going around for everyone, right? And it's not even when it comes to business. It's not even when it comes to other things. It's with the life. Look at the time we're in right now. We are in a time where it is literally something that is uncharted. I don't even like saying, some people say uncertain times. I don't even like using that. This is uncharted territory. We've never been in anything like this. And for this, it can cause fear. It can cause fear for people. Fear with what it is that they should be able to do, how they can be able to move. And if you are one of those individuals who likes to plan, do I have any planners? Do I? If I do, say, that's me. You like to plan life, you like to plan a schedule. I know this is definitely something that is really uncomfortable because no one can plan, no one can foresee, and it's almost like we are in a different type of space, right? So I came here to not only get you jazzed about success, because that's where my zone of anointing is. I came here also to help those who are perhaps feeling as if they are in fear, to really understand how to be in faith and how they can use that faith to be able to speak life. So for those of you who are entrepreneurs, maybe you're not an entrepreneur yet, maybe you are what I call a life changer. Speaking life is so important. I do this, and this is one of my favorite things to do in the morning. I wake up, I'm always just grateful. I have a spirit of gratitude, a spirit of just being able to say, Lord, I'm in the number one more time. How do you want me to serve? How can I be a vessel out here, not only in these internet streets, but how can I be a vessel everywhere I go? How can I move for you? And that's really how I start my day. It's really with gratitude. It's with a spirit of service. It's with a heartfelt, but it's with faith. It's with faith. Do you all have faith? Hey Marco, good to have you on. My Chi-Town buddy, good to have you on. Avera, good to have you on just as well. So happy to see both of you. But how many of you all have like some type of thing that you do? If you don't, maybe I'm just helping you with something, right? If that's you, I see you're admitting, good, me. Planners, good. Well, that's okay. We all have something that we love to plan. And in these times, we look at it and we're like, well, how can we take the fear and how can we take from being a planner to actually living in faith and actually speaking life and actually really becoming wealthy in the things that we're doing? And I would say that there are so many different things. And for me, I'll just let you all know. I have literally lived, when I call out faith-driven women and faith-driven evolved men, this is the only reason I do this. It's because I know the power of faith. I need someone in the comments to type in, there's power in faith. And the reason why there's power in faith is because I've literally had the amazing opportunity to see how God has worked in my life when it comes to faith. I remember that time when 2008 happened and we had a recession in America. It was crazy. You all think this is crazy? This is crazy. But that was crazy at that time, right? So it was nothing really available. I studied into the communications industry and all I knew was radio. That was all I knew. I studied it. I said, this is what I'm doing. I ain't doing nothing else because this is my zone. How many of you all have your zone? Awesome. Hey, Caribbean. I love Caribbean. I'm island too. I have Bahamian in me and I'm 1% Cuban, but it comes out in a very bold way. So I love salsa and merengue. I know that's random, but I just wanted to share that. But I literally in 2008 went through this time where I literally could have went in fear. But to be honest, I let that fear go into depression because I literally could not move. I felt like I could not do the things that I love. I felt like I could not move. But let me just tell you, I not only understood the power of faith, I literally had to will myself to understand that there was purpose for me, that I could speak life. So I had to change my own thing. And I see that Avera's like, she taps into her gratitude journal. I had to understand what I was grateful for in that moment that I was in 2008 where I was not happy. And I had to finally go into something I wasn't really looking to do, but I had to get a job because it was no opportunities in broadcasting for me at that time. But I did have to get a job. And I share this story so much, but one of the things that I'm sharing this with you is for if you're feeling fear, you got to move in faith and speak life. So I worked this job in healthcare. I was working in sales. It was one of my passions because I love speaking to people. I love communicating with people. But one of the biggest things that I love doing is being able to transform people, whether it's through the things that I do, the faith that I have. And so as I'm working this job, hey Trudy, good to have you on. I'm so happy you caught me live. As I'm working this job, I'm realizing that I love the things that I'm doing, but I ain't happy. How many of you all have had a moment in your life where you're doing something but you're not happy? And maybe it could be fear, maybe it could be not having that fulfillment, maybe it could be just living in that place of you know there's more, you know there's next level. That was me. I knew there was next level. And so for me at that time, I literally knew that there was power in faith so much that I knew I had dreams to go after. So I ended up leaving my job and I ended up going to New York City. And that's when all of this started, right? Started speaking life even more so because I had not only an empire state of mind, I had Jesus on my mind, I had the Lord on my mind, and he was guiding me. This morning I mentioned how he's still a GPS for me. When I don't know, he helps me to know. When I don't know, he connects me with people who know. So that way I won't get stuck, but I can continue to move on the mission he's called me, an assignment. How many of you all feel you have an assignment on even your life? If you do, throw your emoji or just say, Jazz, I do. Because I feel I have an assignment. I know you all have assignments just as well. Marco, I see you. I feel that so many individuals have assignments, and that assignment could be whether it is to speak life, whether it is to speak to people, share your testimony, share your story. But this is what happens for so many. Fear. The fear of, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to control things. I don't know why I'm feeling this way, or I don't even know how to articulate my message. I feel someone's going to judge me, or I feel as if I'm not ready. Maybe you see other people doing what you feel you can do. And when I say speak life, it's not just speaking life over yourself. It's finding that voice within you. How many of you all feel you have a voice that you can really be able to share, but you haven't yet? Maybe you haven't shared it because you're like, I don't know what they're going to say about me. It's so interesting that when I became a speaker, I literally had to think about what I would share with individuals. Would I become an open book? And I ended up doing that with my book, Jazzed Inspirations. But I wanted to also share with people who I was. Not just the scripted Jasmine of this is what people think you should be, but I wanted to be who I felt people should know me for. So that way when I'm in front of a camera, behind a camera, on stage, behind stage, in front of friends, that people would know me for me. That I would be a standout brand with everything that I had because it was my mission. With everything I knew God has put before me. That mission. Just like Avira said. She's like, I feel I have a mission and I can't bottle it up. No. And I don't think this is that time to bottle things up. I don't feel this is that moment where we need to live in fear, but we need to move in faith and literally start making moves. Start going after that mission. For me, my mission was using my voice. It was to now be able to share my story, to share who I was, and not just hold back. I am a woman of faith. I am a woman who loves to speak about God's goodness, and I did not want to shy away from it just because I felt maybe some people wouldn't like what I said. Forget that. Because one thing about a standout brand, and one thing about being able to speak life and becoming wealthy, is not just when it comes to having wealth and money, because we want that, right? Come on. Money is awesome. We want to be able to buy things we love. You want to be able to buy that house you've been dreaming of. You want to be able to go to the store and just swipe, and not have to worry, oh my gosh, can I spend that? Oh my gosh, is it going to bother me? You want that wealth, right? And I want it for you. Or, oh my gosh, is investing in that program going to cost me because I'm scared? Maybe, I don't know, maybe. But I also feel that with being able to get into faith, you think on a different level. It's like that Peter and Jesus moment when Jesus was like, come through, Peter. I know he didn't say it like that, you all, but you know I have to jazz stuff up. I put it in my language where I understand. But he was like, come here, Peter. Peter was like, how can I walk on water? How can I be able to do this? This looks so impossible. But you're telling me to come? And many of you all have that same type of thing. Jesus is telling you to come, walk on water. To take away what you see and literally believe, and to walk in faith. To trust that he has you on the other side, to speak life, that you have it and that you'll have the faith to match it so you can become wealthy. Wealthy in finances. How many of you all want to become wealthy in finances? If that's you, say finances, type that in. Maybe you want to be wealthy when it comes to being able to make an impact in the lives of others. That's wealth too. When you're able to shine that or show people that you have been able to overcome, isn't that wealth? But yeah. I want that. Or maybe you want to be able to finally have that fulfillment. That every morning you wake up, you're just like, oh yes, I feel good. There's a song, it's random that I'm thinking this, but a song says, I feel good. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. But you want to wake up and have that same feeling where you feel good when you wake up, where you're like, I am excited to go to work because it doesn't even feel like work. It is more of a mission and it is an assignment. I'm speaking to those who feel like they have a change, that they are life changers. Those who are not just coaches, those who are not just consultants, those who have a voice. And they're ready to speak their voice. They're ready to not only just watch people live in their dreams, but watch and themselves do the same thing because they know they've been gifted too. And see, the thing is, when we let fear get in the way, and sometimes we don't even know it's fear because we won't even admit to it. We won't admit to it's fear. We'll say, and for some of my believers out there, we'll say, I don't know if God has told me to do it yet. Let me pray about it a while. Let me see what he's telling me. But to be honest, sometimes it's not just the Lord guiding you and telling you. He's a guider, trust me, because I know he has guided me. But sometimes it's fear. Sometimes it's fear because we don't know how. Sometimes it's fear because we're like, is it going to work? Sometimes it's fear because we're like, how can I be able to build where it works and I literally can feel this fulfillment? In life is a journey. Trust me, I have been through it. Life is a journey. You will be up one moment, next moment you'll be down, next moment you'll be up. Even the season that we're all in right now has all taught us it is a journey. You cannot plan, you cannot do anything. You have to learn, you have to grow. How many of you all are ready to grow? If you're ready, say, I'm ready to grow. Whether you're ready to grow in how to use your voice to speak your message, whether you're ready to grow and take things from what you're used to doing all the time and jazzing it up. This is a jazz it up season. As you can see, a lot of us have been disrupted so much that we have now jazzed it up. We've had to find ways to improvise. We had to find ways to understand how to do stuff. We had to find ways to figure it out. We had to find ways to figure out even relationships. Even when it comes to speaking life, we had to find it out. Find out if we're really capable of using our voice, speaking our message, speaking our truth, sharing our testimony, sharing what God has gifted us with, not shying away, but being able to be all that he says and really shining, right? Some of us let the fear get in the way because we're scared. We're scared, especially when it comes to using voice. Did you know that public speaking is what they claim to be the number one thing when it comes to fear? People start shaking. You know what I think when people start shaking? Because I shook too. That means you're now entering into something and you're birthing something, but your spirit literally cannot contain it because you're like, I am breaking free and I'm nervous because I don't know what to expect. And I had it happen to myself before too, before I even started getting on stages, speaking on stages with so many individuals who are world changers. But now it's not like I now know that I belong there, that I literally am just adding to the world changer impact. And there's power when there's so much more. There's power when you don't just observe, but you take action. When you don't just sit on it, but you literally move because you realize you're not only speaking life and affirming things, but you're speaking life for someone else with your story, your testimony, your expertise, your gifting, your anointing. Come on now, somebody tell me, voice up in the comments. And maybe you haven't used your voice like you should. Maybe you go around and you just write comments on Facebook and you say, this is my voice. I'm going to share what I think. I'm going to share what I think about the politicalness. I know that's not a word. You know, I like making up words. And if you don't, I do. I love making up words. Maybe you want to share your voice when it comes to the things that are going on in the world. I want to type it. I want to type about the social injustice. I want to type about, hey Tina, good to have you on. I'm just talking. I get passionate sometimes, so if you hear me coming in and out with some yells, I get passionate, right? And if you don't know, I'm telling you. But maybe for some of you, you want to type it when it comes to the legislation that's going on, the schooling that's going on. The schooling matters. I know mommies out there are going through, how can I be able to even handle what to do with my children in the coming weeks? But you're voicing it just on social media. How can you be able to voice and really get that impact going and be able to do it where you make an impact and a movement for change, where you're speaking life, becoming wealthy, and maybe wealth for you could be finances. Maybe wealth for you could be able to make a change in the world. Wealth has so many different various meanings. But it's that growth process, that growth on how you can be able to speak. And this is what I'm here for. I'm here to help those life changers. Coaches, consultants, life changers, those people who know they have a mission. Mommies out there who have a voice and they want to be heard. Fathers out there who want to be heard with some of the things. People out there, leaders out there, those out there who really, really have something to say, but they've been shying away. Hey, Erica, good to have you on. All the way from Canada, good to have you on. But when we're not using our voice and we're shying away, or we're doing things that we know are not going to allow us to be heard, that's, to be honest, is sometimes fear, right? It's fear. I'm not going to speak on it. I won't say anything about the matter. It could be a form of fear. And sometimes we don't acknowledge it. Sometimes we don't know that we even have it. And I didn't even know I had it at some time in my life because I never spoke on it. And I share with you all, even for me to get live and to speak on the things that matter, even speaking now about not only my faith, to talk about not only God, but talk about Jesus, to talk about who I believed in, to talk about the things that I cared about, to talk about every single thing. It was fear of being judged, fear of, am I going to lose people? Are they not going to talk to me? Are they going to judge me? Now I'm like, if they don't like me, they can unfriend me. I'm okay. It's fine. There's plenty of room. Make more room, I believe, to go out with the old, in with the new. And you're probably like, well, Jasmine, that's harsh. No, it's not. Because I want those people who I know I can be able to connect with, those people who want to move in that mission, that assignment. And I want that. And I want that for you, where you're okay to speak life, not only over yourself, but you are speaking life over the things. Hey, Kathy, good to have you on. I'm having my international people all the way from Brussels, but all the way from literally being able to do all of this and more, speaking, being confident in your speech, speaking life over yourself, but then speaking life over others to help them move. Do you know that is wealth when you're able to transform lives? Every time that I'm on a stage, every time that I'm on a virtual stage, to see the transformation, to see someone go from looking, and you can feel it in their spirit that they're one way, but then to be able to transform them where they literally walk out feeling jazzed, that is a huge speaking life transformation. And many of you all have some type of zone of anointing that you can be able to do. It could be whether it's through social injustice and speaking on how we can all be able to have this and be able to speak and be of unity and not to worry about the barriers of different race, but really be able to speak our message and be able to unify and be able to speak on all of the issues and have heart-to-heart conversations. You might have that. You might have it where you want to speak about faith. Maybe you want to talk about Jesus and really be able to help people to save their soul, right? That might just be you. You speak life over yourself. You speak life over others to help them when it comes to that. Maybe you want to help people when it comes to the mommy duties and the duties that you all have as mommies and how you all can be able to come together as moms and help legislative change when it comes to not only the school systems that's going on, but really be able to help people because you know parents out there are needing help at this time. You have that voice. There are so many issues. Maybe you have something you want to speak on when it deals with the politics in your country, wherever. But we all have a voice. And I don't want individuals to be in fear. I want individuals to be in faith. And this is why I am so passionate. I'm so passionate about helping speakers. I'm so passionate about helping those who want to move in voice, not be stuck, not say, I don't know if it's my time. Because I said that too. I don't know if it's my time. And when I think back over my life, I say, my goodness, some of it was excuses. But now I'm all about opportunities. I don't know about you, but I look for opportunities. I look for opportunities to be seen. I look for opportunities to be heard. I look for opportunities to know that my voice matters. I look for opportunities to be able to transform lives. I look for opportunities to know for sure that that person who I'm talking to is literally going to be that person who's going to make that world changer move. That's why I call you all world changers, to get you where you know you're not just changing one life, you're changing so many others that can go way beyond you can ever imagine. And this is why I want to help. I want to help you to be able to communicate your standout brand. You to be able to not only speak life, but do it with confidence, do it with clarity, and know your message matters. To know that you can get on stages, to know that you can be able to speak life and really be able to make moves, to build your business. Maybe for some of you, it's being able to build a legacy with business. Maybe for some of you, it's being able to speak up finally in your class, or maybe to even speak when it comes to being in a group. Maybe it's finally not being silent. Tired of the silentness. That's fear. It's time to move in faith. So I have some, of course, resources. I'm so happy y'all joined me today. And then for those of you who join me on the replay, #replay, so I know you tuned in as well. Don't just come on in here saying, I listen. Talk. I want to know. I want to know that you were here. That's a message of being fearful right there. If you don't even want to say nothing, being one of, I call them the lurkers. You want to lurk and just see. Say something. If you were watching the replay and this resonated with you, let me know. Because I believe that as we even speak that one message, that it will start speaking out with voice. That will start getting known. That will start getting seen. That will speak life over ourselves and over somebody. Like we literally can get out there, right? I don't know. I'm just in another season. So I want to help you all get to your next level too. How can I help you get on your next level? I have resources available. So for those of you who are looking to understand how to get clarity in your messaging, how to really be able to reach your audience, how to not go within your circle of influence, but to really, really go and enlarge your territory. This is an enlarge your territory season. And that's that song. I always think about music, you all. Enlarge my territory. It's no limits. It's no boundaries. I see increase all around me. Y'all know the rest of the lyrics. I wasn't going to sing because I'm not really, at the moment, a singer. But you never know because I'm not going to live with limits. I might be a singer, right? But right now I'm going to say my vocals, right? But I want to help you all so you will be able to live that limitless life. So for those of you who are interested in opportunities, you're interested and you're already, not for those who are like, I think, I'm not dealing with that. I think I'm dealing with the, I know. Because there's a difference between I think and I know. That I think is uncertainty. That I know is no. You ready. You ready for the mission, right? And so I want the I know. You know you have a voice. You know you're ready to move. You know God has a huge assignment on your life and you're ready to get out there and you're ready to make moves. You don't want to live in fear. You want to live in faith. You want to be able to speak your message on stages. You want to be able to speak your message locally. You want to speak your message worldwide because we're world changers, right? And if you're looking for that, I definitely would love to be able to speak with you and offer you resources that I feel could help get you to the next level. I want to speak to those who are ready for next level because I really feel as we get more world changers out there using their voice, that'll create more change. How many of you all want more change? If you want more change, say change in the comments because that's what's needed. So I really feel that for some of you all, this could be a message for you. This could be. Maybe you want to finally be able to speak where you are not scripted. Like you literally can talk and flow and be able to relate to your audience and talk to your audience. You can do this. And I'm not just wanting to motivate you. I want to teach you the ways. Teach you the ways of how you can be able to speak life and get wealthy. So I'm so excited. I'm excited for all of you. I'm excited for the mission that you have. I'm excited and I want you to get out there and make moves and I want you to learn Not just try, but learn it so you can keep it with you and you can continue to be wealthy in everything that you do. So I do have resources available for those of you who are interested. I'd love to see how I can support you. Feel free to send me a message. Send me a message on my Facebook. If you happen to have my email, send me a message on my email. Either way, reach out to me and I'd love to see how I can be able to assist you. In the meantime, in between time, don't let fear get in the way. Don't you let it get in the way. You gotta move. This ain't the time. There's so much fear out here. But now is that time to live in faith. So that was my last message for you. All right? I'm off of here because I gotta go. I got mission moves to make and you should too. I'll talk to you later.